stories about fricked up cars. Plenty of yikes stories.
I'll do my best.
What? Oh, frick. I think the splits were wrong now. Are they? Oh, well. If someone verifies it, they just add time on, I guess. No worries, Miguel. Ow. And hey, Danny, how you doing? Oh, you mean the Rixer? Is that the Rixer emote, Danny? But how you doing, Danny? Appreciate you stopping by. Do you prefer Jak II, Danny? I think I used to see you like in a lot of Jak II streams. Like, do you prefer Jak II as a run? Jak II's been chill, to be honest. I won't lie. I've been having a lot of fun learning it. That first road jump attempt always breaks. I don't know why.
Precisely.
Yes, it is. Okay, it's nice to know. Why do you like Jak II more? Like Jak II runs more? Like, what interests you about them? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a challenge. I feel like it's challenged me in a completely different way than Jak I did. And I like that about it. Because I like having a way to distract myself from Jak I and just, like, not thinking about that in, like, the most obsessed way possible. Because, like, I can get really obsessed with my goals. Because Jak I is, like, Jak I is my favorite game, you know? So, like, I really want to have good times in that. With Jak II, I don't care about having really good times, but I really wanted to actually be able to learn Jak II and 3. I wanted to actually get to a point where I was pretty competent with Jak II and 3. That was a goal of mine for a while, and I was putting off Jak II for so long because it's like, I was just feeling so bad with, I was just feeling like I couldn't learn it for a long time. And honestly, I still think there can be more content, to be honest, but for the most part, I definitely was able to learn it and get it to this point so far. Hey Doom, how you doing? Thank you for the good luck. Ophi, how did your runs go? Did you PB today? The last time I checked your stream, looked like you were on pace. But yeah, so I hope that I can eventually get to the point where I'm pretty competent at both of those games. But I think doing Jak II first will make Jak 3 way more approachable. The challenge is definitely learning Jak II second. I think Jak II is a lot different from Jak I. So like it's literally showing me that I'm capable of learning any speed game I want. And I didn't really have that confidence before because I grew up with Jak I, you know? That was my game growing up. I didn't have much any other options aside from that. So now that I actually have like another option, it's nice, you know? But like this game was not something I grew up with and spent my like years messing around in. So it's new ground for me.
Precisely.
Jak 1 and 2 just aren't exciting to me in terms of speed. Oh, Jak 1. Okay, got you. Really? Aw, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you don't find it exciting. Jak 1 is a great speed game in my opinion, but I totally respect it. I see why people like might like this game more because they might see it as more of a challenge, so it's cool to see runners take on that challenge, which I totally can get. But I definitely think Jak 1 is definitely a more fun, chill game. But the fact that I was able to learn this one, definitely really cool. I'm really happy that I was able to conquer it. Well, not conquer it yet, but we learned it. We got past the first hurdle, which is run. Now it's improving on the run so I can get a 105. I don't know how possible that is, but I hope I can get to that point. But we have some more Jak 1 goals that I want to hit first. This is the part that was freaking me up earlier, so I'm gonna try going like further back. Yeah, I think I was just too far up. I was really just too far up?
Precisely.
Was I really just too far up? Oh my gosh. I swear that was my visual cue. What the frick? Apparently my visual cue was trash. The challenge of RNG, I'm just talking about learning the tricks. That's why I'm saying, like, wow, I really died. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get to a high level of this at this game, because a high level at this game just ends up being like RNG. Like it's all cycle based to at a certain level. But like 105 and probably a little bit higher than that, it's not as RNG based anymore. It's more about how consistent are you at your hovers? Do you understand the game? Do you understand triggers? Like those are things that I would like to get a better understanding of and get good at. Like I want more consistent hovers. I want to feel confident about how the game works. Those are the things I want to get good at. And if you get good at those things, you can get a really good time. It's a really respectable time. And I think 105 is like the mid-range time, like a mid-level. Right in the middle of a mid-level at this game is a 105. And that's why I would want to hit that time, because I feel like that would be a really nice achievement on my end to push this game enough to get to that point, you know? At high levels, though, this game looks like a yike, I won't lie. I respect Zarukas and, like, everyone who has pushed it that far, but it's not for me. I mean, if I like this game more, maybe. I messed up the hover there, by the way. Like, I always tell myself, if I end up really enjoying this game, like, just on a fun level, like, I have a lot of fun playing it and grinding it, then I will push it further than 105, of course. Obviously, if you enjoy yourself, keep going. Don't stop. But, like, if I don't enjoy it that much, like, if it's not like, oh, this game is so freaking fun to grind, like, if I'm not feeling like that before and I hit, like, a 105, then I'm probably gonna chill there and take a good break from it. There's really no point to push yourself that much further on your goal if you really don't need to. That's 7? 7 what, though? Was that low? Or not? I can't even tell. Was that a low sound? Was that a low sound or what? I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's the low sound. What about that? Sounds like it might be low. I'm so bad at this part. Like, I just don't understand. I don't know why I'm so bad. I just am. Oh, it was low? Okay. I thought so. Chill Jak II stream. A sentence I never thought I would say. Or I'm glad that it's a chill Jak II stream. I'm gonna probably make my Jak II streams chill. Wait, what the frick? Oh. What? Oh, that's this. I'm so bad at looking at these. What the heck? Why is this so hard? Oh my goodness gracious, dude. I'm so bad at looking at these images, and I'm bad at telling what number it is. Like, ugh. Dang, this is going really well. This is going really well for me right now. My first time playing this game was last year, as of. I literally played this game for the first time of my life on stream. Well, to be fair, I played it for the first time like years ago when I was a kid. But like
Precisely.
I didn't like it, I guess. So I stopped. Like I didn't get anywhere. Like nowhere. Nowhere at all. Like I literally walked in, I was like, this feels like GTA, and I was mad, and I turned the game off. Like that was really what happened to me when I first tried to play this game, so I didn't touch it really. And then last year I played it for the first time on stream where I actually committed to beating it. So that was my first playthrough experience last year. Yeah, most people who I think run this game grew up with this game, and I feel like that's the biggest problem with this game. is that a lot of the people who speedrun it have played this game like since they were a kid. And that's how I feel of Jak 1. Like, when you have nostalgia for something, having it as a speed game changes everything, I feel like. But, like, when you didn't grow up with a game, like, you don't understand the same things that people who grew up with it did, I feel like. It takes a lot longer to get comfortable with something you didn't have nostalgia for. And I feel like that's why this game feels so intimidating for me, because I didn't grow up with this game. Like, I don't know much about this game at all. I mean, I played it for the first time last year. So, like, I have to learn, like, a lot of things for the first time, you know? And I have to get comfortable with, like, the jet board, because I never was comfortable with it. Like, some people probably had tons of fun with the jet board growing up. Like, I just don't have these experiences, you know? No, that was too early. Frick me, and frick me. Yeah, we messed up big time last time, Zed. I knew this one could be improved way more. As long as I don't fail anything else, we'll be fine. I fricked up this fight. Wow, you found Jak 1 8 years later? Dang. GG.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, Aslov. It's interesting how some people, this was their first Jak game. I feel like that's so interesting. Oh, frick. I did something wrong, didn't I? There we go, we're fine. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong, so frick. Don't do that again. I can't help myself. I think about skateboarding games when I grind these rails. I'm like, hey, skating! Oh, wow. Interesting. That's pretty interesting, Aslov. I remember pre-ordering this game. I was so excited. Yeah, honestly, I wish that I knew Jak 2 and Jak 3 existed when I was growing up, because I loved the first game. But I realized it so much like years later and was disappointed by the fact the way this game felt at first. I kind of wish I didn't have that mentality. I would have been more benefited when I started speedrunning. I'm pretty young, so I didn't.
Precisely.
Oops, I'm pretty young, so I didn't play them for a while. The jetboard is basically a glorified skateboard. Yeah, true. That's kind of one of the reasons why I felt like if I got good at it, I would really enjoy it, because I really love skateboarding. Like, that's something that, it's like a little hobby that I enjoyed picking up for a while. I'm not good at it, but the hobby itself is really cool, and I always had a big interest in that growing up. I played a lot of skateboarding games before I actually started skating in real life. But I suck at it. Ah, we frick. But this jetboard is cool. I like it. Oh no, we keep not doing the hover right. I'm overthinking the hover. That said I only need to get ammo once, so I should just be able to keep trying. I think I'm not holding L1. I think that's the problem I'm doing right now. Okay, we actually didn't hold L1 and we fricked it up. Hey, thank you for the good luck, Andy. Appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. Hopefully I don't frick up this and kill this run. It should work. This is good. What? Where am I? Oh, that was so weird. Where the frick was I? What the heck?
Precisely.
Is that when you split? I have no idea when you split. I just split. Now the part where I get lost very easily. Hopefully I do not get lost this time, but I do get lost here for some reason. I think you go all the way down. And go like this. I think this is the right way. Yeah, this is it. Okay, that wasn't the worst. That wasn't the worst. Could be worse. But that's something I'd like to ask, like, the Jak II community so far. Like, do a lot of y'all... Did all of y'all who, like, play the game grow up with it? Like, I think Josh is one of the few people who did not, if I remember correctly. I think Josh said he never even played the game casually. But I think he is probably, like, one of the few who did not actually grow up with the game who is at a high level in it. Because, like, part of me feels like most of the people who are at a high level in this game grew up with the game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what Josh did is pretty impressive. That's super cool that he never even played the game casually. I'm gonna try to go for this again. Did it work? No, it didn't. You hear him? No, 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 no. That's literally what it sounded like to me. Yeah, Josh is pretty good. Definitely. Where'd the other one go? Oh, I was about to say, come down here. Why are you messing around, bro? Chill out. Y'all know you can't fight these people. Get out of the way. Hey, what's up, Wilton? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for answering all my questions earlier. It's nice to catch you on in the mornings. You get on like right when I'm starting my day. Well, you're probably on earlier than that. That's when I see you on. Of course, yes. My goal is to run Jak II first, as you see. I forgot they always switch my gun. Run Jak II first, and then eventually run Jak III. And that's why I was asking you those questions, because I'm trying to think of like what my first Jak III category should be. I'm thinking it should be no Ood, so I can get like a really good experience of what the game is like. But I'm just not sure, because Hero mode looks like it's a lot of fun with the hoverboard, and I'm really enjoying the hoverboard content in Jak II. Like, sometimes I wish there was just more hoverboard content in Jak II. Because, like, I feel like the parts that I don't like as much in Jak II are the parts where you don't use the hoverboard. Which is kind of funny, but it's true. We good? But I have a lot of time to think of it, because I'm gonna hit my goal. I gotta hit a few more goals in Jak 1, and then I also have to hit the goal in, what is it? Jak 2. Before I move on to Jak 3. So we have a lot of time.
Precisely.
People probably split when they restart, don't they? I don't really know when you're supposed to split. I just make it up as I go. We making it up, bro. But I definitely want to hit Jak 3 eventually. That's what I was saying, Wilton. I think if you are coming directly from Jak 1, like I think H's Blue was doing, that's going to be a completely different experience than if you are coming from, if you already know Jak 2, I mean. I feel like that's an advantage I have. I'm gonna have, because I'm doing Jak 2 first. I wanted to do them in order on purpose, because I had a feeling that if I tackled Jak 1 first, I mean Jak 2 after Jak 1, Jak 3 would be no issues for me. Well, technically, every category I create, I'm gonna have an instant world record, but I wouldn't deserve the record. The bomb guy. If you want me to explain, basically what's happening is I'm submitting category extensions for this game first, and then I'm gonna work on like my full run. So like I'm doing category extensions for now. So these are gonna be category extensions, and I'm gonna have instant world record. What? How am I getting hurt? Oh man, am I actually gonna die in this mission now? I might actually die in this mission now because I took too many hits. It's unfortunate. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, I already have world record for the other category I did, which was I want to kill Praxis, which is the category I wanted to make where you just practice going up to Praxis, which I think beginners who are starting this game should really isolate that part, because I feel like that part's really important to feel comfortable with before you start doing runs. Because the problem is, Jak II Any Percent is just so, like, how do I describe it? Like, the beginning of the run is just not really beginner friendly at all. Like, there's so many parts where you can just get fricked over. Hey, we didn't die. I think we're actually doing fine here. I love how he just let himself die there. He didn't even try.
Precisely.
Need a hoverboard, right? So, we're going to have 4 new category extensions added to Jak 2 by the time I'm done today. Which I'm really excited for. I love adding category extensions that are good for practice. I think that that's really a great way to get people introduced to the run without having to tackle the full run in the beginning. Because I feel like it's intimidating. I don't know, I feel like it's just intimidating sometimes when you have, you just have the full run and that's it. So like, I thought to break this category down into like parts so that people can, you know, they can practice like that in the beginning before they do a full run if they're too afraid to commit. And for me, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good practice to do it this way myself. Can you get out of my way, bro? Well, it is being isolated since it literally is the beginning of the run. If you fail, you can reset and practice. If you do well, you can finish the run. I guess you can, but I feel like you don't have to. I feel like maybe most people don't do that. Or maybe they do. What I just see is I see people resetting constantly there. Which I don't know if that's the best thing to do. In this case. Like, I feel like if I making it like a category, you can just kind of isolate it a lot. Without having to feel like you're just constantly losing your run. Like a full run, and you can't ever do a full run. I feel like in a full run, you shouldn't reset constantly just because the beginning didn't work out. But maybe I'm wrong with that. But I feel like this game has so many areas for time save to where if you just keep resetting just because of the beginning before you even get a full run in, it's going to be very demotivating. But if you can just do it in another category and get comfortable with it, focusing on something else just by itself, you can get pretty comfortable with it. Because that's what I did. I did that category just without like submitting it for like a long time before I even fully learned the route. And like I feel pretty comfortable with that beginning part now because I did that, and I didn't even have to know the rest of the route to do it. I think it helped me a lot personally, but I get the point you're making, Aslov, because you can just keep resetting. But I feel like if I started running that way, I would have been super demotivated for Jak 2 if I felt like I couldn't even finish a run because I can't get past the first part. Like the first part is just really not as approachable like other games. Like in Jak 1, getting out of Geyser is not that difficult, but in Jak 2, like messing that up is like really bad. Like having really big mess ups can really hurt you and probably demotivate you. Like you see the time save I have in this run now, it's because I did mess up the first time, but like I don't really care that much. So I just kept the run, but some people might not feel okay with that. They're not going to want to keep the run, you know?
My skills have been honed.
Alright. Not bad. Yeah, but I feel like you can do that if you isolate the run, in my opinion. Alright, so we fixed the mistakes in our first attempt. That's good. I don't know. I just like isolating things, Aslov. Everyone has their own opinions, but to me it was more fun doing it in like a run scenario on its own rather than just practicing it by itself all the time. It was nice to challenge myself to see if I can finish a run that was shorter and not too big of a task for myself. But that's just me. Maybe not everyone agrees with me, but a big thing that helps me practice is to isolate things. Thanks for the pog, Wilton. That brings your time down to 1 hour and 43. Nice. So my first run, if I don't frick up the beginning, like I did last time, could potentially be under 2 hours. But we'd still have a lot to work to do with Hub 2 and Hub 3.